The chuckles were restrained, almost overly courteous. Around the sleek glass table in the boardroom, they stood clutching champagne glasses, raised only halfway. I sensed the pressure of their gazes, some averted, unsure where to rest, others fixed on me with unblinking intensity. She entered last, my wife's sister, the CEO, holding a slender, branded box wrapped in dark paper. With a smile that never reached her eyes, she placed it before me. "Think of it as my present to you," she said. I tore away the wrapping to reveal a folded t-shirt, its bold white text staring up at me. "You're terminated." A heavy silence gripped the room, stretching a moment too long. Then came the laughter again, brittle and uneasy. I met her gaze. No hint of jest, no explanation, just the cool assurance of someone convinced they'd already triumphed. 2 hours later, in the quiet of our home, I held the shirt up for my wife to see. She glanced at it, then at me, her lips curling into a faint smile. Not a single word. When I stepped out of the room, my phone remained in my pocket. By the time I checked it, 118 missed calls glowed on the screen, all from the same number. It baffled me at first. I'd given the company 11 years, knew its secrets, the concealed accounts, the off-the-books deals. My wife's sister, 6 months into her CEO role, had learned where the dirt was hidden but not who had buried it. And my wife, she'd been distant lately, slipping out for errands that didn't exist, her phone always face down, screen blank. But that morning's smile was different, not detached but knowing. I replayed it in my head. The subtle tilt of her lips, the lack of surprise, the way she didn't question her sister's public humiliation of me before the board. It wasn't shock, it was collusion. I wanted to believe I was mistaken, that this was just corporate maneuvering. But a cold certainty was taking shape in my chest, a truth I could almost name. I started with her phone not by touching it, she'd noticed that, but by observing her habits. She kept it locked, always within reach, carrying it to the bathroom, the laundry room, even to the car for forgotten items. Next, I checked our bank accounts. No unusual withdrawals, but a small, recurring transfer caught my eye, going to an account I didn't know, under a name that wasn't hers. Then came the late nights, excused as visits to her mother. The first time, I called her mother's number. She answered on the second ring, bewildered, alone at home. I didn't tell her. Instead, I traced the transfers, layered offshore, but one intermediary account tied to a holding company. Its director? The same man who'd once tried to buy our company's assets before my sister-in-law killed the deal. My wife knew him too well. By the fourth night, I had proof. A discreet tracker in her car revealed every mother's visit, led to the same hotel, the same room. I didn't confront her. I was building an airtight case. The final piece arrived in an email, forwarded from her phone by mistake when she was distracted. It was a scanned contract, bearing her signature alongside her sister's. They'd sold my shares without my consent, using forged documents hidden in a merger clause I'd overlooked years ago. The buyer? The man from the hotel. It was a flawless plan. Oust me, strip my shares, and let me sink in public shame. I printed the contract, just one copy. That evening, she walked into the kitchen, humming softly. I slid the paper across the counter. Her eyes froze on her signature. "You," she began. I said nothing. She stared at me as if I'd yanked the earth from under her feet. The next morning, I stood in her sister's office. The t-shirt lay folded on her desk, its message glaring upward. "This was a misstep," I said. Her smirk came quickly. "You believe that?" I pushed a USB drive toward her. She didn't touch it. "It's everything," I said. "The transfers, the contract, the hotel footage, and enough to ruin the man you sold to." Her smirk wavered. "You can make it disappear," she said cautiously. I nodded. "I already did. It's with the board and the press, set to release at noon." Her face paled. I stood, leaving the shirt behind. "Consider it my gift to you." By the time the first headlines broke, my phone buzzed relentlessly. Her name flashed across the screen, 118 missed calls. I didn't answer. The house was still when I returned. Her car was gone. The framed wedding photo had vanished from its place. Good. I poured a drink, sat by the window, and watched the street, half expecting something new to appear. The anger had burned away, leaving something clear and empty in its place. Forgiveness wasn't on my mind. Some betrayals don't warrant it. The t-shirt remained in my bag. I pulled it out, unfolded it, and smoothed the fabric. The words seemed different now. You're terminated. Indeed you are.